YCS London has come and gone, and it looks like it was quite the interesting event, even though Europe doesn't have Summon Sorceress, which is the main cornerstone of our issues in the game. And lo and behold, based on popular statistics that we were presented from the event, it looks like Danger FTK was highly represented. Wonder why that is. So it's time to discuss what the hell happened at YCS London this weekend. And man, Summon Sorceress really doesn't make that much of a difference for Goki. Alright, so for those of you that lived under a rock, there was a YCS this weekend. Big real shocker here. The biggest thing to come out of the weekend was, what was it, Jesse Cotton versus a new up-and-coming duelist. It was the feature match of the season. Of course, it was round one. I don't know how many people actually paid attention to that. But the young duelist set UFO Turtle into back row and pass. And I at this point in time, I was watching the feature. I was like, what's going on here? Why is there a UFO Turtle on the field? You know, naturally you would think, oh, you know, there was an error. But nope, it wasn't. It was evidently the kid's first YCS playing against Danger FTK. And you can only imagine getting your spirit shattered when your opponent takes a 17-minute turn one and then it just goes, oh, Cannon Soldier Firewall, I guess you die now. You know, if you are an up-and-coming player, don't get discouraged by seeing somebody else get thoroughly trumped. It either does two things. It either makes you more hungry to play, or you're not going to want to play this damn game again. All right, that's essentially how it works. So we go through the day. Everything's going great. We reach top 32. Top 32 is nothing to really gawk at. Like, so Summon Sorceress really made things different in the TCG because last YCS we had more Goki representation, and what was it? Sky Striker didn't even make it into the essential top cut. And here, these numbers are so much more different than what we had actually expected. 9 Danger Dark World. Now, this is, I assume, a combination of probably just all FTKs. And let's be honest here, the FTK variants don't really surprise me anymore. Everybody thought you needed Summon Sorceress to do the combos. Nope. Europe actually figured out how to do it without it, and it really set the precedence to be a little bit worse over there. Just because you have this negative stigma towards something and you feel that when you're looking at the situation, you're like, oh, well, I need this, so I can't play this. I think a lot of people went into the event with that stigma, but these 9 people that made top cut all did not believe in that, and here we are. Can we ban Firewall yet? Like, we keep saying this every other week, but it's not becoming a joke anymore. Now, there were 8 pure Sky Strikers in top cut. Now, this doesn't surprise me. I mean, Sky Striker's been the best deck for a while, especially in a format where you don't have Summon Sorceress legal to kind of fuck up everything. So that number doesn't surprise me. 4 Altergeist and 4 Thunder Dragons. Now, I expected higher Thunder Dragon representation. We just came off of the YCS here, and Thunder Dragons had this high representation, and it was really crazy. Like, Niagara Falls really proved that no matter what the situation was, Thunder Dragons had this really overbearing presence on the community. And what happened? How did we go? Was it week 1 syndrome? Did everybody not know how to play against the deck we now do? I don't know what happened, or if it was just all the Burning Abyss players in the world didn't want to spend money to go to Thunder Dragons. But Altergeist does have a good check matchup against this, so no real disappointment there, at least for the Altergeist numbers. Thunder Dragons really underrepresented. Now, the big one was actually only 2 Goki. Goki can still fundamentally function without Summon Sorceress. They just kind of have to go a couple extra steps along the way. It doesn't make the combo any better, but it does show that Goki does have potential post-Summon Sorceress banning. So a little bit of advice there if you want to pick up the deck and have it laying around just in case. You know, you're good to go. But we're probably going to ban Gumblar at some point. Now, there were 2 Burning Abyss in top cut. This also doesn't shock me at all. BA's always kind of been this rogue deck that Europe loves, and I don't know, it's really weird. Other interesting things to note: 1 Gem Knight FTK. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I don't know why Gem Knight FTK always seems to squeak in. It was a lone Trickstar player. One Trickstar. Now, we've seen Mech Knight Invoke kind of picking up a little bit, at least not in this region, but in other regions of the world. Now, looking at this top cut, the first thing I'm going to say is the format's not as bad as we think it is. We do have problems. Gumbler, Firewall Dragon, but you have an FTK running around, which isn't always a bad thing. FTKs can kill other random decks, and other decks can have success against the FTKs. Sometimes you just get a free win out of it. You know, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, this is a very diverse top cut. I'm not actually disappointed in this top 32. The format is got its own issues. Like I said, I mean, we have FTKs, but in terms of numbers and representation, I think this is the healthiest the game has been in a while, at least in terms of diversity. Now, we started kind of plowing through things a little bit. We reached top 4. Now, top 4 was the FTK and Sky Strikers, and then it was Trickstar versus Altergeist. Now, that's a lot of FTKs that died in between reaching top 4 and just top 32. You're down to one singular one. Now, if Trickstar technically wins in that matchup, wins the dice roll, resolves those key reincarnations, you're in a much better position, right? Like, that's what you would be thinking, because Troll and Lockbird, Trickstar reincarnation, it's pretty cheesy. But it does steal those essential games that I think a lot of people kind of misinterpret, and like, oh hey, you know, we're not gonna steal this. It's absolutely fine. And then of course seeing no Thunder Dragon in top 4, this one also shocked me. Thunder Dragons came out of the floodgate week 1. Such a strong representation. People didn't know how to play against it. I don't know if there was just a lower number of Altergeist players in Niagara Falls, but whatever the case may be, no Thunder Dragons in top 4. I shocks me. That deck is so good. I mean, the deck's strong suits are going second, but outside of that, like, also only one Sky Striker in top 4. That's very interesting. Now, the finals ended up being between Sky Striker and Trickstar, and of course, Sky Striker has a decent Trickstar matchup, so Sky Strikers ended up winning the event. Now, the first thing I want to say here is representation to get Sky Strikers limited. It's there. A lot of people are going to probably continue to still complain about it. You have to remember, Sky Strikers people wanted to get checked for a while, but now they've kind of gone down the list because now the threat of danger FTK even looms even higher at this point in time. So many more people are just sick of getting FTK'd for no reason. I'm actually predicting Cannon Soldier, Tomb Cannon Soldier, and the other big Cannon Soldier will probably get banned next list. And we'll probably see the return of A Assault Core to kind of counteract this ban, because the reason why they fixed the loop in the first place was because A off of Firewall Dragon, you know, was the problem. But, oh no, evidently not. Evidently Snow plus Grappa plus Cannon Soldier plus Firewall is just essential death for your opponent. Like, it's fucking dumb. Like, I don't know why we haven't banned Firewall, which is, oh yeah, it's a main character card. No fucking shit. So, overall thoughts on the YCS. Sky Striker winning doesn't surprise me, especially with the lower representation of Goki. Goki needing to be this explosive force in the format to counteract everything that's going on is that. Number 2, the amount of danger FTK, or danger taking over the meta, the FTK is spreading. It's a wildfire right now, and a lot of people, the amount of people playing this FTK are only going to continue to grow. When you have consistency and things like that on your side, why would you sacrifice it? So do not be too afraid to pick up the FTK. Help promote it getting banned. The more people that play it, you have to remember, this is an opposite mentality. It's like, a lot of people are like, oh no, you shouldn't play the FTK because it's degenerate. No, you should play the FTK because it helps promote get the FTK banned. The more people that Konami sees playing this, the faster they're going to do something about it. I really hope they don't ban Snow, but they've done stranger things. Just ban Firewall and we're done. Any other particulars that really shocked me from this event? Seeing Trickstar make it all the way to top 4 was relatively interesting. I thought that deck would... The deck seemed like it was doing a lot worse than it actually was, and to see it kind of come back into the spotlight, it's a good thing. And then I think last but not least, the underrepresentation of Thunder Dragons is absolutely shocking to me. I think people are kind of figuring out how to play against the deck now, which is a good thing. Sealing off your opponent's resource pool is definitely a very good thing. And depending on how you're siding your Book of Eclipses and things like that, definitely leads to probably how you play against the deck. So outside of that, London looks like it was an interesting event. I'm not too disappointed with the results. Of course, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. And that's all I've got, guys. Hopefully that Gem Knight FTK player played against some other FTKs. Got to be a shit show to watch. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming, NLGTCG.com, for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.